Hello, good people. How are you? I'm okay. It's Celia Mutsuningzingele again here. Thank you so much for watching this channel. Today's video will be about again how to leave the abusive relationship or how to leave the toxic relationship, because there's still a lot to talk about under that subject before we can even move into how do we carry on after. Before then, I think we have to celebrate, because you know what, in life I have learned something. We've got to celebrate each and every little thing. And guess what? You think I'm celebrating a lot? No, I'm celebrating 100 subscribers on my very young YouTube. Thank you very much, the subscribers. We'll drink to that. Thank you so much. And if you are new to this YouTube channel, please don't forget to subscribe. You won't regret it. And we are still on the topic of how do you recognize that you are in a toxic relationship? How do you recognize that this is not just ordinary squabbles in a relationship that are caused by two imperfect human beings? This is very serious. We did mention that toxic relationships are characterized by abuse, different sectors of abuse, which is emotional abuse, which entails being made to feel like you're not worth anything, not being appreciated, being put down, talked down at, being belittled, all those things. They are emotional abuse, including being sworn at, day in and day out. You called stupid, you called a fool, you called you are nothing. Such words are part of the emotional abuse. Remember this, a person doesn't have to touch you first before they can abuse you. Abuse comes in different forms, right? We say there's emotional abuse, there's also violent abuse, which entails being beaten, being thrown into walls, being clapped, being kicked, sometimes a weapon used on you. Now that is the stage that is now violent. That is still a form of abuse. And there's also financial abuse, which entails a person not giving you money when they're supposed to, or taking care of your needs when they're supposed to, or denying you access to things that can make money for you. Like, for instance, if you are a woman, a person decides that they don't want to have a woman that works. You need to be a stay-at-home mom. That is a form of abuse. If it is your choice to stay at home, that's fine. Or if it's a concept that the two of you are coming together and seeing the need of it, maybe talking together with the husband that, you know what, I think the money that you make as a man in the house, it's enough to take care of all of us, and maybe I can just stay at home and focus on our kids. That's not abuse. If it's a decision that the two of you come to as a collective, that's not abuse. But the minute the person says, if it was a and now when you end up not going to work, that is not just emotional abuse, it's also financial abuse. And if you are selling Tupperware, then the person claims next lo deliver Tupperware next Tupperware did always deliver one or some fan. That is emotional abuse and financial abuse. So don't take such things lightly, because immediately it affects you. It affects your emotions. It affects your happiness. Just know that the problem has started. Another form of abuse is sexual abuse. When a person is going to decide when and how they're gonna have sexual intercourse with you without any contribution from you at any given time, without whether you like it or not, now that is sexual abuse. If a person is gonna violate you when you come from somewhere and they're gonna say, we're gonna check you, if you're not engaging where you coming from, open up, let me see what's happening, that is a form of sexual abuse. If a person, you're gonna tell them, you know what, I'm not feeling okay today, and they're gonna force themselves on you, that is sexual abuse. It does not matter how many cows that person paid to marry you. That is not how things are done. That is sexual abuse. Fine. And sometimes even women do affect their men in terms of financial abuse, because they may accuse their men of cheating to a point where if a man is a businessman and in his business he has to have female clients, and now he'll be forever being accused of you on a business and you find yourself as a man being afraid to have any business with people of the opposite sex, because you are afraid that your wife would accuse you of having relationships with. That is financial abuse and emotional abuse together. Now, the interaction of abuses from one to another is very, very close. Usually, once the emotional abuse starts, then it gives rise to other forms of abuse. So the minute emotional abuse starts, there is a high chance that it may move, not just remain emotional abuse, but it may also take other forms of abuse. Now, I want us to discuss one form of abuse today that someone reminded me of, which I once spoke about on the lives. I also spoke about on my page, because I also have a Facebook page called Kwanele Holikanika Gender-Based Violence and Femicide. That is a Facebook page. So I once spoke about another form of abuse, which is called gaslighting. And I want us to discuss gaslighting again today. What is gaslighting? Hey, you know what gaslighting is? It's one form of a very tricky form of abuse that you may not even see it. Because the person that gaslights you, they make you question even your state of mind. They make you question your reality. They make you feel like wahlanya. They make you feel like you are imagining things that are not there. And they are good at it. Because when they do so, when they make you question yourself, when they make you doubt yourself, they are looking in your eyes. They are straight looking into your eyes, and they're like straight face, believe me, you are the one that's going to end up thinking like, really, this cannot be happening. I must be losing it. You end up believing them. So I want us to look at the way gaslighting is explained. You can Google it. Google the explanation of what is gaslighting. It's gas and like as the light, lighting. It's gaslighting. Let me just light my, let me see if I can light my, let me light for myself as well. Gaslighting is a form of manipulation that often occurs in abusive relationships. If you Google it on Google, it will show you that. It is a covert type of emotional abuse where the bully or the abuser misleads their victim into creating a false narrative and making them question their own judgment and question their own reality. I've been through that. This one I know for sure. I'm not going to talk about it today, but I'm telling you, if a person gaslights you, I swear to you, you end up thinking this cannot be happening. It can go to a point where you can even decide, I was dreaming. You can end up saying, no, I was dreaming. It cannot be true. It just cannot be true. Just know that if you get to that stage, you are working with the best manipulator in the world. I want to give you 7 signs of gaslighting, so that you can maybe see how, or maybe you can recognize how you are being gaslighted. Number 1 is you question your feelings, and you even question if you are justified in whatever that you think. You end up thinking, am I right, Mar, by doing this? Okay, I'm angry with this person for doing this, but am I even right? You question your judgment in everything. You end up questioning your own judgment, your own decisions. Even the things that you saw, you end up questioning yourselves. I know this. This one I know very, very well. It happened to me, so I know this one firsthand. You second guess your recollection of things. Even the past events, you start, you're like, man, or was it? You end up second guessing it, but maybe it was not like that. Maybe that's how I read it. You end up with a self-introspection all the time, and in that self-introspection, you are judging yourself. You are second guessing yourself. You are changing what you're trying to balance things, and you're trying to find reasons of not believing yourself that maybe you are dealing with an expert. I guess later right, you end up making excuses for them. You do, but motwana mare in selwana wa pele ha magwazi ba yena ha se motho wa bed ga yena matsa mare ka nnete a se motho wa bed, because these are the best manipulators. They would make sure you question everything to a point where you will see yourself as a problem. The problem lies with you, not them. Not them at all. And you find yourself forever apologizing. If you are in a relationship and you find yourself forever apologizing. When I apologize and the other person is not apologizing, baby girl, baby brother, wake up. You may be gaslighted. You may be a victim of gaslighting. Because this person, gaslighters play the victim part. They are good at making themselves victims, seeing themselves as victims, and making sure you also are making them victims. You are victimizing them, not the other way around. A gaslighter is always a victim. Yeah, I can't wait now. Hey, Bona, they rather if Bona how to like into the MMO, like evidence they rather let's not blame each other than let's blame someone else. There is a case right now, yeah, Lady Do and who's this? Andy or something. And they are a couple and they just broke up very, very recently. It's in the news right now. It's trending right now. Now, I looked at 2 videos of this guy. This guy starts by being sarcastic, asking people, and then it moves from there straight to the accusations. La lawyer, lam lawyer, ngwana batho, le mo batla eng? Bana le batla nna. Lawyer nna he, lawyer nna, and what? And I'm listening closely to what this guy is saying. At no given time, he has any contribution to their split. At no given time. But when you look at the statements coming from the lady, you get a very different picture. You get a very different picture. Now, I'm not saying Andile is the gaslighter. I'm not saying. But I must say, I may be wrong, but I saw classic symptoms of a gaslighter in his words. Because he is blaming everyone, people are, and he makes it plural, singular. I know who you are. And like in Zulu, you cannot, it's not like English. English, when you can mean me and somebody else can also mean me. It can mean one person or it can mean more people. But Zulu, make no mistake. He says, nyakwazi when, and then beseni, hey, nienza nimtakatela ntono mame. Something is not right there. If there is whoever that is doing something to the lady, it is something known by him, because he even declares it. Nyakwazi wena ukuthi nyakwazi ukuthi ungibani. How do you know this person? How do you know this person? The poor lady at one stage, according to his description, not her description, at one stage she was blind, she could not see, she couldn't go to take photo shoots, she couldn't do this, she couldn't participate there, she couldn't. I was like, okay, that was me maybe not believing in witchcraft a lot, but that was me believing more in reality. A gaslighter can even create scenarios. They can even create scenarios where they do things. They can scratch your car and you'd believe it's someone else. Or you'd believe that you're being attacked. Or they can even create fear to have you in their space. but I'm not saying it was him. I'm not saying, disclaimer, I'm not saying it was him. But listening to his side of the things, in which he carries none of the things that were happening wrong, and listening to the lady's statement, something did not add up there. Okay, fine. And let's pass there and come to another point. You end up trusting judgment of other people than yourself. When a gaslighter is finished with you, even in simple things, you cannot even make a simple judgment, because you are put in a state where you don't trust anything coming from yourself, coming from your mouth, coming from your head, coming from your vision, coming from anywhere. You end up not knowing who you are. You end up not trusting anything about you. Even at work, you are that person, somebody else must decide, because when you cannot decide even on simple things, because you have spent far too much time with a gaslighter. And the other thing is, you end up thinking there's something wrong with you. You are convinced. Hence, some people who are gaslighted end up committing suicide. It's because they believe so much. They were made to believe so much that something is wrong with them, and it will never be right. Why? Because they are still with the gaslighter. So the gaslighter does what they do best each and every single day. But somewhere deep down, because you are an adult, you would feel that something is off, but you cannot put your finger on it. But you can feel that something is not right. But there is a gut feeling that tells you that something is not right about this whole setup. But a big part of you is manipulated into thinking that when I right yourself, but even within you, there is something that tells you that something's not right. Okay, now let us talk about 8 steps how to outsmart your gaslighter. If you are in a relationship where you are being gaslighted, it's good for us to keep reading, keep ourselves informed, watch YouTube videos, make an effort to learn about, don't just watch soapies. Even if you watch soapies, always soapies have got those storylines. Don't watch soapies for the sake of the way I make a thing, the way I make a thing. Listen to the storylines. Check the storylines. Learn from the storylines. The soapies are the quickest way in which you can learn some of the things, because they always try to take real life problems and interact them into their soapies so that we learn. So don't watch to say, hello. Make sure you learn. Even if hey, there are men who are so bad at not just gaslighting people, at abusing people to a point where from wherever they come from, they check the footsteps outside. They check the footsteps, explain. You will explain footsteps the mambo. Yeah, who not really shy. No, how come to or double doubt away? No, if it's on a G. If I get one of these footsteps, some Tanakisam, Bona, what I wish to our kids now. Yay! When I live banna, buy and dieting, ba shebe dieta tsa hao ka tlase ba di cleaner so that a di be hantle in a certain way hore haebe o laka o di rwala wa tsamaya wa khutla o tlo di bona. That's how I've never heard of women who are doing that, but I've heard of so many men who are doing that. Guys, honey, there is a toxic femininity. But toxic masculinity is bad. It's very bad in our country, to a point where so many women and so many feminists may look picture perfect, but once you get into the walls, you'll be surprised at the things that people are going through. Fine. Now we want to outsmart the gaslighter. Let's start. First of all, you have to recognize that you are being gaslighted. You have to recognize it as a gaslighting. If you don't, if you haven't reached that point, like if you're not listening to the first 7 signs of gaslighting, then like we are wasting our time. But once you recognize that 7 of the 7 that I mentioned, these are classic symptoms of being gaslighted, then you should know that you are being gaslighted. And once you recognize that you're being gaslighted, what should you do? You have recognized that's number 1. Number 2, remove yourself from that space. Remove yourself. Take some space off from that situation. Make bona haeba o hloka la o bolaye motho wa heno kai kai mo bolaye go mamang o hloka hetsa. I have to go there so that you can think clearly while you are there and get decisions clearly. Hosna the gaslighter to manipulate you anymore. That's number 2. Number 3, collect evidence. If you have found evidence, like man mutono na izentuna iso ene nigga nna ke hlang. Here's my evidence of this has happened. If you can find the evidence, collect it, put it in a safe space, because remember, you are made to doubt everything. And gaslighters are so clever. They can even make sure that even the people surrounding you start doubting you. Even your own family. That's how good they are. They can make your own family doubt you. Doubt your sequence of events. How can you say so? And I enjoy msado batom dimnakti msado akabatom. Ene kam kwa kimratanga ting. Hai msado ulishane una. Mamela, collect evidence, whatever that you can get evidence of, because remember, you are not being just doubted by yourself, you are doubted by him, or you are programmed by him to doubt yourself, and he has created other people, or she has created other people to surround this doubting space. Yeah. So collect evidence if you can find evidence, and speak up about the behavior. Boo! There is Celia out there that's gonna believe you. Not everyone will believe you, but believe me, there is someone that's gonna believe you. Keep talking, because at first, how wakamoto, and particularly the gaslighters, they have this specific appearance of being respectable, being collected, calm, and together. They are like that, and they manage to make you look like you are the remember. So speak up about the behavior, no matter people believe you or not. Speak up, speak up, speak up. Speaking up repeatedly helps you as well to end up believing yourself. Remember, you were programmed for so long to doubt even yourself. So speaking it up over and over again. Don't care who listens. Keep on saying it. Until it's fine. Just know that you are slowly reprogramming your mind to see that actually, like I was telling the truth. I remember after being gaslighted for years and years and years, it took me a point where I was talking and talking and talking and talking and talking, and I had collected even the evidence. I even had the dates. On this day, this was happening, until, and I was like, I even got to that mode where I could, and the person that's listening may think I'm trying to convince them that I'm telling the truth. Until little did they know that I was convincing myself. I was reprogramming myself. I was doing what you call repetitive therapy. I was doing this over and over again until one therapist said, come on, bring it, and these things are going to take over your life because you are on a mission to be believed. I believe you, and so many people, I can guarantee you, they believe you. Abula closet. She literally opened a closet. We're not gonna forget about them, but let's put them in the closet. It was an empty closet, but I could feel the whole load getting out of my head. There was no key. She just did it with her hand. A key. We still have the key. Here's your key. One day when they are needed, can always come and open and take them out. Since that day, I felt like her words of telling me, reassuring me that she believed me were more than enough. And it was strange that after that, people were like, we believe you. Even people, and I got to a point where I didn't want to talk about everything anymore. All the dates anymore as evidence, because I had the evidence, man. Evidence being now. So she said, oh, enough. Now you are living to uphold this evidence. You are fighting. It's a constant fight against this gaslighter. It's enough now. The fight has got to stop. So speak up about the behavior. That's number 4. Number 5. Remain confident in your version of events. Remain confident that convince yourself. Remain confident. No matter how many people say you are wrong. No matter how many people don't believe you. That is number 5. Number 6. Focus on self-care. Hello. When you have been with the gaslighter for so long, you end up not taking good care of yourself, because remember, you are told you're not good enough. Like they even doubt, they make you doubt that. They can even make doubt yourself. And then involve others. Don't want to handle things yourself. Involve others. Involve friends. Let's stop this thing about, hey, you'll never see a way forward. Whatever stuck in one place forever. Forget about Dira. Whoever is laughing at you now, They are calling whatever it is to unto themselves. Whatever that's how nature is, that's how karma is, that's how the universe is, that's how God is. If I'm gonna laugh at your problems, it's fine, no problem. I'm gonna have even twice as much problems as you. And I'm gonna feel exactly how it feels like to be laughed at. So, laughing, never focus on enemies. Dira tsa ka yo ba tlo thabisa dira. Ebe o kobile o mameletse ka hara gaslighting. Ntse ha ke ba tlo thabisa dira. Ha re tloela mo phelela dira. Please step up. Tsona dira tseo ha o hlokana. Di involve oba jotse straight or wa tseba king this and this and this and this happened. I remember there was this lady and I hlile haholo eleng hore le today next ka ke tseba hona ona nhloetseng. But believe me, ilare ha when I got out of my gaslighting stage and out of my whatever I knew she was the person I went up to straight ho yena. Anyway, I went straight to him. Hey, you know what? Hey, got a life. Wait, I say sorry. And you know what he did? What she did? She went straight to Mutuhaya. Yo, Mrs. She called me Mrs. Yo, guess what happened to Mrs. Anila, but I'm a hunter. Mrs. Apparently, I was given that word, that name, Mrs. After a long period of time, Motuahaye Kimshan Andreza, Ilora Basso Brana Selikhali Bahawan, Gazas didn't ganges. You know what? It's one of I look into so. Mboza Kizibilejan. Get good like I know. She laughed, it was nice for him. No problem. Do I care? No, I don't. I don't really care. I'd say I will kill and now Salanki Fodi Lake busy Fodi Salibasa. It's fine. Involve others, guys. But saying involve them. Have your families against you, there is someone that is with you. Find that person that's with you. The only way to get them is by talking. If you don't talk, you won't know who stands with you, who doesn't. And the last one, seek professional help. That one, I'll preach and preach until I'm blue. Professional help, professional help, professional help. That is super important. I think I'm out of the situation for 9 years now. This year is the 10th year. But I've been in and out of therapy. Things like those leave you wounded. You are left wounded badly. And there are times more feeling like, yo, or even people, when they look at you, they see a fully functional person, you know, they feel like, yeah. They don't know the suffering that you get inside. There can be something ekana, and then ibetsusa matata amakana. Go to therapy as much as you need it. How about a break? Go to learn for therapy. Sit down, my darling. Sit down. Pomula hanyan. Emela happened to go back. Mamela, bapalla mo therapy. Until I don't think I'll need therapy forever. Maybe there will be a time where I give other people therapy as well. But I am not afraid to say I'm not coping. When I'm not coping, I use all methods. I tell my friends I'm not coping. I tell everyone that cares to listen, or I'm not coping for now, and I'm dealing with this for now. I'm a talker. Keep talking. because talking helps. It's a form of a method that God made for us, or that is engineered in us to let out the pain that we have inside. Oh, guys, thank you so much. I'm sorry for wasting so much of your data. I hope you will find this video very helpful. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to share. It may help someone. Don't forget to share it. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to set the notification bell. And if you are the first time video watcher today, please keep on. There will be more and more and more coming, and there are others that I've done before. There are not so many, but I think some of them may be very helpful to you or to someone that you know. Thank you very much for now. Bye bye. See you in the next video.